and welcome to Hidden History. In today's episode we will discuss the history of ceremonial magicians. Although these rituals and practices seem to have disappeared in the modern day, they are still very active and have been more developed than ever. When we look at the statement made by Elon Musk in 2014 on artificial intelligence.
I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know all those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, you sure you can control the demon? Doesn't work out.
Is AI the new ceremonial magic? Is quantum computing able to access demonic realms? Are we seeing ceremonial magic and ritual type practices being played out with AI? The history of ceremonial magicians goes back to the Egyptian and Greco-Roman traditionism, but has been revised and adapted over many centuries. Although this magic seems to have disappeared after World War I and II, it has actually become more and more hidden, falling into the shadows of society. It is very well known during World War II that the Nazis were into the occult, with some stating they used the powers of hell for their experiments. Adolf Hitler was also fascinated with occult information and ancient civilizations. In 1888, William Wynne Westcott, Samuel Liddell Mathers and William Robert Woodman created the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, which was a secret society teaching alchemy, Kabbalah and Western magic. It was a secret society that brought many influential people into the circle from the artistic world. One of the most prominent and famous members was Aleister Crowley, who was initiated into the Outer Order of the Golden Dawn by Samuel Mathers. The Golden Dawn practices were based on the cipher manuscripts developed in the 16th century, which are a collection of 60 folios containing information on a series of initiation rituals. The primary purpose of the Golden Dawn was for spiritual growth and transformation, but who was benefiting from these teachings and rituals? In 1887, before the Golden Dawn had formed, William Westcott wrote to a German countess named Anna Sprinker, who claimed she was in contact with certain supernatural entities, known as the Secret Chiefs. The Secret Chiefs were said to be transcendent cosmic authorities that were to oversee and guide humanity's progress and the operations of the esoteric organization. Who and what were the Secret Chiefs? In 1903, the Golden Dawn ceased to exist due to internal disputes, and it was shut down with a formation of new groups emerging. Members like Aleister Crowley took these practices and created his own kind of rituals and ceremonial practices. The most famous place, and is very well known for supernatural activity, is Boleskine House in Scotland, which is situated next to Loch Ness. Crowley purchased the house in 1899 after he left the Golden Dawn from the Fraser family. Crowley claimed it was the perfect location for him to perform a series of operations known as the Sacred Magic of Abramelin the Mage, taken from the Grimoire, which was a book of spells. Crowley became obsessed with rituals in Boleskine House, with many supernatural events happening. According to Crowley, one ritual was to invoke one's guardian, which required 6 months preparation, but also the summoning of the 12 kings and the dukes of hell. This was a portal that Crowley opened up and he couldn't close. Crowley was most certainly opening up dark astral realms and in communication with dark entities. Crowley worked his way up in hell's hierarchy, then became King of the Crossroads, promoting his status and augmenting his demonic powers. Aleister Crowley was widely despised in Britain during his lifetime and was sometimes branded a traitor and a man of evil reputation due to his controversial occult activities and political writings. Although the history of Boleskine House shows this has always been an area of supernatural activity, is there a connection between Crowley and the Loch Ness Monster? Also, the huge number of UFO sightings that are cited in that area. Is this portal that he opened still active? After the Golden Dawn Secret Society ended, there were many groups that emerged, including the Stella Matutina and the Rosicrucian Order of Alpha et Omega. So this information and knowledge did not go away. It just changed into different secret societies that fitted human consciousness at that time. During World War I and II, you had many ceremonial magicians, such as Osman Spare, who was an English artist and occultist who served as an official war artist. He became very successful during the war with his artwork, and he even got an offer from Adolf Hitler for his work. He also created something called chaos magic, which is an approach to magic and belief systems that emphasizes practical results over adherence to any particular metaphysical worldview. All the members of the Golden Dawn went into creating their own practices of magic and ritual. In modern day, we see this ceremonial magic within many computer games, fighting demonic forces and battles with hell. If we take a famous game such as an Assassin's Creed, it even contains William Robert Woodman, who is one of the members that created the Golden Dawn, where he is shown in the game in having a continued consciousness after his death. But this ceremonial magic is laced all through the gaming world, with most completely unaware to what they are playing and participating in. As much as we are told that the Hadron Collider is just to understand the fundamental nature of matter and the universe by recreating the conditions of the early universe. Although only speculation, there are many conspiracies claiming it could be opening portals and gateways. What if something far greater is happening here? We have quantum computing, algorithms, we have chat agents, ChatGPT, biometrics. We are having a complete digitization of our world and becoming further from the natural environments than we have ever been. When we look at smartphone technology and the insanity that these devices becoming nano tattoos so they can be put into your arms. Neuralink, where you have a chip put in your brain so you can remotely control devices. But this is only the first stage. Just think how far this technology could go. These are all ways in which this ceremonial magic can happen, but in a much more sophisticated, streamlined way. The mind control of society has never been more apparent, and ceremonial magic never went away. It has only gone deeper into the shadows of society. It may seem the ritualistic practices have disappeared, but they are actually more active than ever, with many artists, musicians and influential figures performing strange messages to the public. Although these original teachings within the Golden Dawn were once used for spiritual growth and development, this has been inverted to be used for control and dominance against human consciousness, just as it did in the end times of Atlantis and many ancient civilizations. We are just in a different time and place, but this cycle has happened many times before. There has never been a time to be aware to all the manipulation, tricksters and false narratives that are being displayed right in front of you, as this ceremonial magic is happening in front of your very eyes. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and you can also join the members section for additional content and perks. Until the next video, I will see you then.